The focus is now on South Carolina. President Biden attending the first in the nation dinner this evening, exactly a week before South Carolinians cast their votes in the Democratic primary. The state will hold its Republican primary a few weeks later as former President Trump and former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley square off. I'll talk to York County's election director to help you get ahead before you head out to the polls.
Next stop, South Carolina. South Carolinians preparing for both the Democratic presidential primary on February 3rd and the Republican presidential primary on February 24th. Director of the York County Board of Elections, Helms, says by the time of the primary, his team will have already been working for months.
December, that's when the work sort of started?
That's correct. So it takes a couple months to get everything ready. We've actually been mentally preparing for the preference primaries and all of 2024 since last year.
What goes into prepping for these, especially these primaries that are around the corner?
A lot of our job, and any election official across the nation, most of our jobs are logistics and planning and making sure we have access to facilities, and then setting up the voting equipment, making sure it is ready, it is functioning properly, and testing those devices.
Helms says there are some things to keep in mind.
In South Carolina, we don't register by party, so voters don't have to change their party affiliation or any of that. It's just when they go to the polls during the preference primary, just make sure you appear on the date that primary is being held.
However, that means you have to choose which primary you want to vote in, because you can only vote in one.
After the primaries, the shift focuses to early voting and like election day in November. Is it you take a break and then you start prep work again, or is it like a constant we're prepared?
Yeah, that's a great question. And no, the answer is no to that.
Well, the South Carolina Election Commission says make sure to bring your ID to your polling place and head over to our website or click on the WCNC Charlotte mobile app for more helpful information before you go out and vote.